It is the Sonny and Cher of SideQuesting, Dolly and JJ. Welcome
Yeah.
to the SideQuest. I can be Cher if you want to be Sonny. I don't know how to work.
I'd rather be Cher
You want to be
because
Cher? Okay.
she's far less scummy than Sunny
Okay, it's
was.
true.
So.
I like that shirt. Is that a Mario Kart shirt?
Yeah,
With the
it's
star?
from the
Love it. The Star
it's
Cup.
yeah, it's from the let's see. It's on here somewhere. It's from the theme park. It's
Love it. Oh,
they have shirts for all of the cups, and so you kind of just like,
sweet.
which one do I want? Well, of course I want the Star Cup.
Of course. Of course. How are you doing, my dude?
I'm here.
You're here. You're here on the side quest. I am Dali Domofsky. That is JJ. We are going to be joined by some friends, so get ready on ye old side quest. And it's been a weird week, a busy week. A little bit of news broke last week with some of the state of play and some other things that we're going to get to. And then also we have stuff coming up, obviously this coming week. And we're going to do we'll do our live stream, our co-stream of the Summer Game Fest for whoever can make it. I know a lot of folks are working,
Gonna
but it
be
starts.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
like last year where Johnny came in for like 20 minutes and nobody showed up. So
yeah. And then who else was it? It was Sam for the
Sam.
Game Awards. Sam showed
Yeah.
up while I was at the Game Awards. Sam showed up and was like trying to hold the fort down. And I
Yeah.
was doing live video from the Game Awards. No, this year I am here. You can watch us. We're co-streaming the Summer Game Fest on Friday, and then I'm actually going to be out there at the whole Playdays thing and IGN Live over the weekend, checking out stuff and go from there. So it shall be fun. I'm tired. I got coffee over here. What are you drinking? You were showing me what you're drinking, and I was digging it.
Yeah, Sprite Zero Sugar Chill. It's a cherry lime Sprite with a chilling agent in the drink. Some like it's weird but delicious.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I have a cold brew, caramel cold brew, and I got it, and it's taken me so long over the last hour and a half to drink it that the caramel has like all dropped to the bottom. It's just regular, a little bit of creamer in iced coffee. But you need it on a warm night because it's kind of a warm. It is still 74 degrees right now in where I'm at in Michigan. So
I just got
we're
my
gonna have
package from G Fuel because they had their buy one get one
oh,
free
nice
Memorial Day thing. So I got the Binding of Isaac flavor. And
Ooh. Hey, if you are a company that wants to send us a package of something to eat and review live on the air, please feel free to let us know.
I got that fucking ghost shit that one time. I'd still buy that stuff.
The first 5 minutes without swearing, JJ. That's all I asked for us to get to the top of the YouTube charts, but you've already messed it up. I think actually I messed it up earlier. Sidequesting.com, Sidequesting TV on YouTube and Twitch. Please rate, review us, blah, blah, blah. Right now, go ahead. And you got it? Just click the subscribe button, click the follow, click the heart. Very easy to do. It is awesome.
Yeah.
And you will be helping us out. And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcasting platform, let a friend know. It's important. Let a friend know. Because if we get views and we get stuff, that really does help us get access to games because companies will realize that people actually do like our opinion. Speaking of opinions, we're going to have a lot of opinions. We're going to have a big opinion on something that happened last week, and that something was the debut of a certain game during the Sony State of Play. Now, Sony held their State of Play on, was it Thursday?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure, Thursday, as we were all kind of talking about what happened. I loved watching Jeff Grubb just dunk on the haters. Everybody who was ripping on him, saying it's we're in June now, Jeff. Where's the State of Play? And Jeff's like, May ain't over yet, bro. We know Sony has a State of Play every year or something every year at the end of May. We know that's their clockwork time, just like Xbox has that first Sunday or second Sunday, whatever, in June. Yeah. Sony has in May. Nintendo does it sometime in June. Who knows? That's just what's going to happen. What's up, Exaggeramus there? So No need to dunk it, but he just had a great time dunking back, which was awesome.
Yeah, hey, speaking of dunking on stuff, what a trash event, man.
Ooh, man, I think there's a reason they call it a state of play, and it's not because now a showcase is one thing. I think Sony actually puts time and effort into their showcases to make them this big thing.
Yeah.
But this was they showed 14 games.
Much like a State of the Union address, it was a bunch of just talking to get it out of the way.
Yeah.
And because you have to, not because you want to.
Yeah, I feel like, you're right. Not a lot of, I mean, they have, I guess, some first party games coming this year, but nothing that was like earth shattering or ground shaking. I don't know how Sony is running their showcase events. It seems like the last several have not been like whoever this.
Yeah, who's ever in charge of putting these things together or whatever. Like, it's not like they're not doing a bad job. Like in one way, I'm sure they're doing the best with what they're being given. Like it's like it's a thankless job doing some of these PR BS.
Yeah,
so
it's just that there's no there's no life in Sony's.
Yeah, I'm going to be real fast about this. I'm going to do a bullet point and show you how there's like zero cohesion as to what's going on with this. Because in order, it goes Concord, God of War Ragnarok PC, Dynasty Warriors Origins, Infinite Nikki, Ballad of Antara, Skydance's Behemoth, Alien Rogue Incursion, Marvel Rivals, Where Minds Meet, Until Dawn, Path of Exile 2, Silent Hill 2, Monster Hunter, and the only good thing on the show, really, Astro Bot. Like, there's no theme. There's no it's not
storytelling. There's nothing.
It's just a bullet point of games that they just
here are some videos, guys. Please clap.
Like at least they put the two VR games side by side. At least there.
Yep. Ramadan says, I feel like every trailer Sony premieres is this looks pretty cool, but it's not for me. Yeah, I think you're right, because there were games on there, and I have friends that are working on a variety of these games in different aspects, whether it's from the dev side or PR side or whatever, or friends and colleagues and stuff, people I know. And I'm just like, man, nothing in here is exciting me. Like nothing is, and part of that is maybe it is the game design, but it's also the presentation. Like nothing here was like hype worth. Like you're not hyping me up, Sony. You have to get me excited for this.
Could you you put Concord over at like Microsoft, and the sizzle reel they're going to make for it is going to be completely and totally different than this. Even if the trailers for Redfall were all like top notch, kind of like we knew about it and kind of followed it because it's not for me, but this could be something.
Yeah, and people actually played it. They didn't like it because the game was broken as hell. Obviously, but people actually got hyped for it. You know?
But everything they've shown of Concord just makes it look like the most 2016 game that's ever been made. Yeah, and that's bad.
It may be great. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. I mean, I don't know, because what they're showing isn't. They're like, hey,
they're not showing the cool parts.
Hey, fellow kids, you like 5-on-5 shooters. Here's another one. It's like, that's not how to present this game.
You like hero shooter guys?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly it. Yep. That's the hype trailer is what you want. Like we're speaking from two dudes who have been involved in this industry for far too long. On the fan side, right? We're like enthusiasts. We're not marketing. We're not whatever. No. We're looking at this stuff from just experience and years of being dumb people who enjoy this, like all of you. Exactly. But you're not dumb. You're wonderful. But we look at this as folks who have been through the rigmarole and thinking man, it's like
we've been through this cycle like hundreds of times. When they start, since E3 has been streaming on the internet, it's like we've been watching digital trailers for video games, and just like. This was a pathetic kind of showing for something that what's effectively Sony's E3 show. This was, I mean, for
you could have you could have taken the you should have put God of War, Until Dawn, all that kind of stuff in its own little segment, or or said, hey guys, check it out. We are all, or basically have somebody talking that says, hey, we know that you guys love PC, and we know that we've been moving our stuff to PC. Check it out. Here's the God of War Ragnarok coming to PC. Here's new Until Dawn, until coming back, like focus stuff.
It's kind of baffling to put the PC release of God of War Ragnarok as the second thing on the show. Yeah. Like, yes, I think that's really cool. Yeah. They always do cool stuff with their PC ports. They always push PCs to their limits. And they give you a lot of scaling options for everything. Like, they do a good job on their PC ports now. That wasn't always the case, if you recall. But so, like, put that in there. But the second thing you see, you should have put what was it, Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, I had that.
At least that was an announcement.
Yep. Give me some announcements. Give me some excitement.
I also didn't recognize anything different about Until Dawn. Like, this is a remake, and that it's like, I played Until Dawn not that long ago, and it kind of looks exactly like what you were showing in that trailer.
It's like we know they have things, and here's what I'm thinking. Like, so we know they have things right now. I mean, the PS5 Pro, they announced the PSVR. We'll get to that in a second. Sony has stuff. Microsoft, the Xbox is in a very down point right now. Sony has always done well with their presentations at E3. When Microsoft was kind of down or in a weird spot, Sony came in and put their foot down and would kick Microsoft. They'd bury Microsoft. And this was an opportunity for Sony. Sony could have come in and said, hey guys, guess what? We're dropping the PlayStation 5's price to $399 for the main one. That undercuts the Xbox river. And it says, and they could have said, we also have PSVR 2. We have this. We have they could have really gone forward and done their usual bigger presentation, even if it's just freaking title cards, right? Even if it's just a title sequence or the whole Metroid Prime 4 thing from years ago. People are still talking about Metroid. There's a hype cycle about Metroid Prime 4, a game that we don't know if it's ever coming out. Probably coming out this year. But it's like, we don't know anything about. Just give me a title. Last of Us 3. That's all you had to. That's all you have to say.
The industry is built on the backbone of announcing and showing off things that don't exist.
Yes.
Like you flip through like I do of old magazines, and they're just absolutely just filled with bullshit. It's just like, this is a picture drawn by a guy to look like a video game that's being developed, and it's just like. I just watched a video of an X-Men game that was advertised in a big issue of X-Men. It was like in the back, and it had screenshots and this in-depth thing about how it was like Age of Apocalypse sequel and stuff, and it had all this cool stuff of what the game was going to be. That was the only time that game was ever mentioned anywhere. The guy hit the pavement and he found somebody that was working on the game. The game never existed. Existed conceptually, but they made a trailer, but there was no gameplay. There was no game. It never really got to go. And it's just make a trailer. Just make a trailer for something that's going to come out. All you have to
do
is
basic
show
trailer.
Yeah,
even
you're working on
simple.
you're working on Last of Us 3. You just put some boots walking through some foliage and some clicker sounds in the background with a Last of Us 3.
You can hit the AI button and it'll make it for you. None of that has to actually be. Don't do that. But JJ's right. You could do look at the Wolverine presentation from 2 years ago now. That was bare minimum. That was bare minimum.
Yeah, that was a student project film that they put out as a trailer, and we're all still excited about it.
We're still talking about it. They did something similar with Spider-Man 2. That was their last great showcase, and Blade, those sort of things. Their last big showcase was that one, and it's sad that we haven't had a tried and true showcase from Sony in a while, and they're facing a point right now where people are not as excited about what Sony's doing. And the same thing with Xbox. I'm
Sony,
way more excited about Xbox right now because they're the person, the fighter in the corner that's just they're the rabid dog that's angry and hungry and ready to do anything to eat. That's Microsoft.
Sony has the advantage right now where they don't need to. Like they're kind of on cruise right now because they're at the top and they kind of get the benefit of taking it easy a little bit in terms of getting the messaging out there, because at the end of the day, going into this holiday season, they're still going to be the third party machine, really.
Yeah, they are. They really are going to be the third party machine.
Because all you need to do is hold that mental space of, well, I can play everything on this anyways. Like Microsoft had that for years. It's like, yeah, you could play Call of Duty on any system, but it held the mental real estate for Microsoft. Same thing with Madden. It was like you play Madden on the 360. You could play it on the PlayStation 3. It was fine, but nobody thought of the PlayStation. But now the PlayStation 5 has that mental real estate right now.
And Microsoft is going all in with Call of Duty. I mean, that right now is sort of the rebirth of Microsoft trying to get to old Microsoft with Call of Duty. And I know we have the rumors of the Gears remakes and Gears 6, Gears remakes this year, Gears 6 next year. Maybe, who knows? We'll see something about Halo.
I mean, for this year, they're going all in on the things that they should be going all in on. Like, if you don't have anything else exciting or special to do, like, going all in on. Make people think that the Xbox is the place to play Call of Duty, because with Game Pass, you're going to get Call of Duty, plus all of these other games, plus it includes EA, plus it includes Ubisoft stuff. You know, that's their game plan going into this holiday. That and Indiana Jones, I'm going to assume, once that gets closer.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll hear about that too. But the one thing that we were obviously most excited about was the
my boy, my little boy. He's back. Sony needs to go all in.
Bam.
Astro Bot. All in on my little man. Look at him.
The next Astro Bot game is now called Astro Bot. But yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna hit the play button, turn off the audio here. Man, look at this beauty. It is a little dude that we love.
I love him. He's my guy, my little dude out there bringing the heat. Because listen, it was probably still to this day
PSVR's
best game is the Astro Bot game.
It really was. Yeah.
Came with
hold on.
Shit.
Look out, everybody. We are now being joined by the Bachmann-Taylor Overdrive. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bachmann-Taylor Overdrive.
PTO here, boys.
Hold on. Settle down.
Joining us live from somewhere in an undisclosed location.
Definitely, it will remain undisclosed.
Remain undisclosed. They are in Las Vegas.
In oil tankers somewhere in the Atlantic.
Let's take it all the way back.
Taylor Bliss, and making his triumphant return after 7 years or so, Mike Bachmann.
Let me tell you.
Let's just roll, Dally. Let's kill side questing in about 25 minutes, and then we'll have an hour to record just the tip.
Oh my God. Remember when Link was on that episode of Just the Tip?
Nope.
Anyways, hey gents, how are you? Good to see you, my dudes.
Good. How you doing?
Doing great.
We are fantastic. We're fantastic. We are just talking about Astro Bot. The only game that matters. I'm going to restart this. Hey, tell us about Astro Bot, Mike and Taylor. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Is there a new Astro Bot coming out?
Yeah, there is. That was part of the PlayStation.
It was
probably the only thing worth mentioning from
was it?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
From the other day. And it's funny because like from an extremely online perspective, like PlayStation's been kind of winning in a lot of ways, and then they just released. I mean, it's a minute like they don't got stuff coming. Like that's like the be all and end all of it.
Yeah.
And Astro, did they save it for last? I didn't actually get to.
They did.
Yeah. Yes, it was the last thing.
I mean, it makes sense to save it for last because again, it's like the sure hit. Leave it as it is.
Kazooie. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't like, I guess, like, what's your alternative? You don't do a state of play, and then people just like get really mad about you not doing a state of play instead.
I feel like it's a bad vibe for like, and granted, like this is not a slight on Astro Boy at all, but just for Astro Boy.
Astro Boy is great.
Astro Boy. It's not a slight on Astro Boy.
That's true.
I think we can all agree what I said is true.
Correct.
It's not a slight
He's
on
a nuclear powered boy. Yeah.
Absolutely no notes.
Who among
at
us?
Who among us?
It's not a slight on Astro Bot, but like, you know, it's a weird situation when the most exciting thing in a state of play is the sequel to a pack-in.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and also it's like, by the way, the pack-in game costs money now.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a pack out.
It's kind of a rough transition. Also, didn't they do a Bloodborne outfit in Astro Bot?
Yeah.
You know,
and Journey and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Journey's not the problem though, Dally.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah.
For the port of Journey, but everybody has been talking about the port of Bloodborne for like 12 years. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, like, listen, Astrobot looks cool. Obviously, Jeff Grubb will never stop talking about it. So we're all here for the ride.
Yeah.
You know, I think the biggest thing Astrobot had to say was a general kind of topic of discussion about its position within the entire state of play, less so about what it's going to offer. Because, like, it's going to be cool. Like, Astrobot is a cool thing. So it's just like it will be impossible for it to escape, I think, the rest of everything that it's surrounded itself with.
By the way, all right, ready? I gotta show you guys this. This was something that I had noticed. All right, got Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
You have Splatoon right here. Okay.
Or an Octorock.
Or an Octorock. Yeah. There's a snake from Super Mario Land.
Yeah. Okay.
You have the Mario. There's Zelda right there. There's Blastcore. There's Mario Sunshine. There's Link.
Blastcore is a Microsoft.
The Deku
Tree.
Star Fox.
I'm telling you guys,
there's legs. Nintendo characters have legs.
They have feet. No, he doesn't have feet. Sorry.
That was just the Iron Giant. That's all.
Just the Iron Giant. Aladdin.
Yeah,
that famous. Aladdin. So come on, Sony.
The SNES version of Aladdin.
The SNES. There you go. But yeah, we were talking about how that state of play was it's like, I like JJ's description. It was more like a state of the union because it was you're ready to fall asleep. But
I mean,
Sony
like, what else are you gonna do? 3 weeks before Summer Games Fest, when theoretically you're holding stuff for there. What this means to me is that Sony ain't holding anything. If they already dropped Astrobot, there's nothing. Like, I don't think they got anything left in the tank.
They got Astrobot and Concord. That's their.
Yeah. Well, we were saying how
it could be an Astro Boy game though.
Astro Boy. We know that they're working on other stuff. They could have given us a splash page. They mentioned two things. They mentioned PC games, right? Because they're bringing Ragnarok over to PC. Just kind of threw it in there as your number 2 thing. And then they also mentioned PSVR that nobody plays anymore, which is funny because they could have also mentioned this. Hey, PSVR 2 is also coming to PC. Why was this not in the freaking showcase?
I think because it's dunkable. Like, it's literally a dunkable headline. Like, it's
not only is dunkable. I was joking about it, but how bold is it to use Half-Life Alyx, a game that you cannot get on PSVR 2, on this?
But it's also like the most valuable
VR game,
PC VR game that's ever been made.
The community did this with like the original PSVR.
You were able to get it running.
It's just that, this time around, Sony was like, we'll help you guys out.
We'll help you with this little adapter down there. But I did like
$60, baby.
$60 for that adapter for something that's already $500. And then you have just a wonderful minimum requirements for the.
Do PC games even support like some of the best features of PSVR 2 is like the foveated rendering and things?
Hey, guess what?
Is that
feature differences between PSVR 2? Hey, you know what? HDR, headset feedback, eye tracking, adaptive triggers happen. None of that is coming.
Jesus Christ!
So it's like, sorry.
Yeah,
you're better
it is
off
just
paying you're better off buying a Quest. I mean, it's kind of what they're saying, right?
I mean, it's like there's no reason to not get a Quest 3 if this is your like the only reason to care is if you already have a PSVR 2 and that's like 4 people.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I mean, really, it's for you know, for folks that are like, I'm on the fence. I have a PS5, and do I get a Quest or do I get a PSVR 2?
Sure.
And for whatever reason, you look at the lineup that PSVR has and it's like, I want in on that. So I
need Resident Evil Village VR and I need that new Aliens game that they announced, and that's
it's just a real interesting take, man. Interesting take.
I don't blame them for not including it in the show because it's kind of like a negative spin. It's an easily negatively spun headline. But like the fact that they don't have anything else to talk about, it's just their whole pursuit of PSVR is weird. To be honest. So I don't know.
There is one thing that I thought was actually pretty cool. Other news wise, because
this better be good, man.
This is the goodest, and my friends, that would be we're getting the Like a Dragon TV series is coming to Amazon Prime October 24th.
Did you not hear about that?
I didn't hear about anything. Like,
what are video games?
I forgot. You don't care.
64.
I'm
used to be cool.
I'm deep in 16-bit randomizer shit right now. So like anything modern,
really cool 16-bit stuff like Dark Souls 3.
I'm not playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
I'm not into that.
Yeah, but it's one of the games
that's too many bits. I wouldn't even know what to do with
too many bits.
There are 90-degree polygonal corners in this. I can't.
Too many bits was one of our other podcast ideas.
It might have been.
Too many bits. Just a tip. Too many bits. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We're making.
And then a very special episode of Fresh Prince right after.
I'm gonna pretend I'm yelling at my dad. Why don't you love me? Why did you leave me? Anyways, it's coming in 2 batches of 3 episodes. So October 24th and then November 1st. So you'll have a couple pieces there. But I'm curious if they're, how much of the craziness of the Like a Dragon series is going to be on this.
God, if there isn't a musical episode, I'm gonna be pissed.
I would assume that there is not going to be a musical episode.
I did hear something about this. There's a rumor that there may be an entire episode dedicated to the main character just playing Space Harrier in an arcade.
Yes. Let us.
Listen,
he plays Space Harrier and it's like, this sucks, and then moves to Outrun. And just finishes on Outrun.
The guy that got to play Kiryu is just absolutely gorgeous, man.
Ooh, okay. All right.
Go on, JJ.
Go on.
They showed
Queen.
pictures. I was like,
pull him up. Pull him up.
But I think that's it for the news. Was there anything that you guys wanted to cover news-wise? I mean, there really wasn't. We're getting ready. We're getting ready for the game feast.
IKEA is paying people to work in their virtual Roblox stores.
That's hilarious.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's me. I didn't tell you.
You didn't.
No.
It's just you. You're people.
It's just me.
You're all the people.
Yeah.
$12.50 an hour, baby.
It's lonely. It's lonely out there, man.
He's selling specifically to
no, but what are they doing?
Like junior high.
What are they selling?
No, there's an IKEA store inside Roblox, and you can buy.
I follow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. They need people to actually like.
Can you buy IKEA stuff or like can I get Swedish meatballs?
JJ's quickly trying to find the information on it.
Yeah, I just saw a headline of it, and I was just like,
yeah, so did I.
I was sending. Let's see, I'll put it into the private chat. This is the.
Now that
I'm gonna share. I'll share it. I found it. I'm gonna share it.
This is the Yakuza or the Like a Dragon thing.
Summer Games Fest is what? The
7th? Friday. Yeah.
Mike, we're gonna have to probably secure some
beverages.
Yes, some day drinking time for summer.
We are.
Oh,
we are gonna. You're gonna. We are doing a live
shit.
stream, so you guys are. You're more than welcome to hop on.
Okay, I mean, we could probably arrange something for that.
We are official SGF.
We are. Yeah.
I'm ready to talk about how beautiful Kiryu is.
Yes. Let's see. You mean this guy right here? Yeah. He's tall. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's a handsome man.
Yeah, I will say that kimono thing is kind of bulky, and it makes it look like his head is really small on his body.
He looks like he belongs in Like a Dragon. Perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, you're right.
No, I love it.
The kind of chalky all black Yaketa really kind of sells the role a little bit.
Yeah.
Beyond the game, my friends. They know what they're doing.
How much money is going to be spent digitally removing pinkies, or are they going to go full method?
You got to go method.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some games that we're playing, because you guys are out there. I want to hear from you guys first about what you're playing. Mike, you've been it's been fun following you on ye old socials, because the amount of the variety of
Cool
crap
Rat, for anybody who's wondering where to find me.
The amount of the variety of stuff that you've been playing has been pretty insane, like especially over the last several months. But you've been posting you've been going hardcore into the emulations pits, and you've been all over the place.
Just recently too. This is a new thing for you.
Yeah, this is a new thing for me. No,
just never did before.
Yeah. No, I've been getting into randomizers a little bit. So I started with the decompilation. Have you guys talked about the N64 decompilation projects?
Nope.
No. I would be the only one on the show that would really talk about it. Taylor's not here as often.
Who? Taylor who? Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
what? What do you want? This is my daughter. Hello. Say hi.
Hello.
If only I were single. That's a joke, just for Dolly. Okay, we're recording, so you gotta go.
Okay. Just
get out. Don't step on any of that stuff. There's sweethearts down there.
There's sweethearts in that box.
Over it. There you go.
Mike, you talk for 2 minutes. I'm gonna put these kids.
All right, you want to shut that behind you? Shut that.
I'm gonna shut it.
Yeah, so the N64 decompilation, not decompilation, recompilation, which I only sort of understand the difference between. As I've seen it explained, it's somewhat of like a translation layer, similar to the way what's the Steam Deck thing that they use to run Windows games on Linux?
Sure.
Oh,
Proton.
Similar
to Proton in a way, but they're able to feed it a ROM and have it generate C code that they can then compile for Windows or for Linux.
Here's a video right here from Modern Vintage Gamer talking about it.
Oh god,
man.
Keep going.
But so I started playing some of those, because once you get it compiled into something native, you can start adding features, play things in 4K, add a bunch of extra things like randomizers and things like that to it, which is what got me started on playing Ocarina of Time randomizers.
Tell me what that is. What he's showing here. Yeah, tell me what that is.
What that is? That's Majora's Mask.
That's Majora's Mask. Sorry. Yeah.
So Project Arconian was the original.
And
start of it, but then the
Ship of Arcanian.
Thank you. Yeah. But then the Recomp project kind of like split everything else open.
Manscaped, by the way.
Brought to you, free advertising.
Yeah,
that's a. I mean, how much are we going to charge Manscaped for this
appearing on our show?
Yeah.
Do they let you bill after the fact?
Yeah, I think they do.
There's a whole big segment this guy has on Manscaped. I'm gonna switch past it. Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, so like Ship of Arconian kind of like started the whole thing, and then the Recomp project came in afterwards. But like Ship of Arconian was targeted as Majora's Mask. Right?
Yeah, and that was a full decompilation project. So that's something that took like years to create, compared to a Recomp, which is using these tools. Like the Majora's Mask Recomp took like 2 days to make.
It's crazy. The time scale is completely different, in a sense where they've just like figured out the way to take the it's recompiling. They take the code, break it down, and then
I don't know, man.
I mean, listen, I'm not here for the intimate details. I read the really briefest parts of it.
You're not here for the details. You're here for the reward.
I'm here for the
honestly.
I mean, listen, that's what most people are here for, realistically. But the biggest things of what it does is the fact that high FPS mods become immediately possible. Injection mods become immediately possible. All of these things that are what would really bring a lot, especially N64 era games, which were targeted at 24 FPS or less, in many cases, to bring them up to a point where they're like, oh, this is actually kind of enjoyable to play now. Is a big deal.
And the Majora's Mask like adds some of the modern features that it adds outside of high resolution. Like it adds gyroscope aiming.
For arrows and
hook shot, whatever. But like that type of stuff. We're in early days of this decomp project. It basically came out, and there's been people like posting on Twitter of like something that they personally recompiled, but nothing's really been released publicly that I'm aware of except for the Majora's Mask port. The other games that are out there, like Ship of Harkanian, is a decompilation. There's a Perfect Dark decompilation out there, so you can play that with mouse and keyboard controls, which is amazing. But yeah, no, it's nuts. And that sent me down the randomizer path, and now I'm playing Archipelago stuff, which is multi-world randomizers, and it's a rabbit hole.
That's awesome. It's a great way to like just dive back into some classic games and stuff too.
Boy, my little lizard brain just gets angry at randomizers pretty quickly, and I just give up.
Thing not where things should be.
There's like a lot of really good trackers out there. So I'm doing like a Link to the Past randomizer, and there's a tracker that'll basically show you a map, and you'll check when you check off items. You can basically like check off on the map when you open chests in certain locations, but also when you check off items, those chests will change to green when it's now something that you can access.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a really good way to like learn the game, where it's like before those trackers existed, it was like, well, play the game vanilla until you really understand it, and then you know where you can get with certain items. But like Zelda games are long and kind of confusing to remember everything that you did when you get to the end. So having a tracker like that is it.
Also, not everybody has speedrunner brain.
Yeah, no, I do not. I'm not doing these for speed. I just want to see if I can get to the end, and it's a really fun way to like sequence break. And do those things,
nice.
Cool.
Taylor, what are you playing?
Since the last time I was on,
Stardew Valley.
No, Stardew has taken the backseat. Mostly because time took over, and then like the everyday habit of playing Stardew Valley broke, and like once the habit broke, which is a shame because like I still haven't done all the stuff.
Sure.
But since the last time I was on the show, I played and then finished Animal Well.
Ooh, okay. Ooh. Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Yeah.
Animal Well. I mean, you know my feelings on games like Tunic, kind of what you would call. I mean, I don't want to say esoteric because that's not really the word I'm looking for, but like kind of headless, where there is not instructions, there is not directive. It is a game that you hop in and you're like, I know that I'm supposed to do something here, but the game is not going to tell you what that thing is. And Animal Well is one of those, and it's very good at its core. Puzzle platformer, very heavy on puzzling. Platforming, sometimes it goes a little crazy, and it's a cool ass game. I like it a lot.
That's awesome. And there's like such
there's a lot
of layers to it, right?
There's a lot of stuff in the depths of what Animal Well is. So not that I'm going to do my best to kind of talk about the cool things it does without describing things in overt detail so that it spoils it. But there are puzzles that exist within the game that cannot be solved unless 50 or more people are simultaneously participating in the solving of that puzzle and cooperating to do so.
So you just invite 49 people through Steam, or like, what do you?
I mean, I guess most people use Discord nowadays.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I know you're kind of out of it. So I'm not surprised.
He still uses ICQ.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like it looks kind of like Podinky, but it's just the atmosphere that it makes with the soundscape, and
that's beautiful.
And it looks it just looks really good. I mean, I played the entirety of it on OLED, on Steam Deck OLED. Yeah. So colors really pop on OLED, as you might imagine, especially with like the neons that this game uses. And they just fucking give you that puzzle away, huh? All right.
Yeah.
I had to think about that one when I did it, but that's fine. Yeah, and there's also dynamite. Why not?
Ooh,
why not? And there's cats.
Excuse me, they're firecrackers.
That's a dog, and he's terrifying. The sound,
that's right, the dog. Yeah,
the music that plays when that dog is chasing you, like, puts me on edge just thinking about it.
It's a really interesting choice for everything to be like pixel based, except for the particles.
It's really
cool.
It's really cool. It works perfectly.
Has like physics, like you walking through things in this little pixely game, like. All the chains, all the vines, all the plants, they all have physics. It's just kind of it's all aesthetically neat. Yeah.
All of the lights that are there, if you jump into them, they all sway back and forth.
And they have it now. They seem like their weight is like
it's cool. Yeah, it feels right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and you don't actually beat this game the first time you get through either. Like I've heard like you have to get through like multiple playthroughs if you really want to roll credits on this sucker.
It's a Nier-like. No.
There you go. Yeah.
Not in the same way.
Oh, they just give that puzzle away, huh? Taylor had to work for it.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, the other part of it is that like there is a distinct place where you can go. There are bosses that you beat, and I don't think this is a spoiler because it's impossible to not find at least one of them. But you collect these eggs. There's a peacock that is in this little section, and there are a lot of eggs to catch. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that you have to find a lot of them in order to see certain endings. So, but yeah, I don't know. Animal is a sick game. It's really cool.
Yeah, and apparently everything has meaning in this game. Like every pixel, every placement, everything is like that. What you're doing is supposed to happen, and it's supposed to mean something in some way. So
yeah, it's really cool. Good game design. One of those things that, like, I don't know, it just reminded me of the first time I played Tunic, the first time I played Fez.
Yeah,
it's just that kind of experience.
You get that feeling of like, the constant face, but in gaming, like, I like it.
Yeah,
please never say that.
Sure, Dolly.
And there's that puzzle that Taylor.
No, you missed it. Yeah, missed it.
Excellent. I did want to bring up real quick before we get into what JJ and I are playing. At this point, it's 12 years ago this week. Mike Bachmann and I went and represented SideQuesting at E3.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
I was just talking about that the other day. I was telling a coworker. I feel like that was like the last like truly good E3.
It may have been.
That was the last of the last of like the Nintendo in-person press conferences.
It was like 2012 to 2014, and then they like
then it just like died off after that.
Yeah.
But God, we were
photoshopping Iwata in the hotel room.
Photoshopping Iwata, rest in peace. We were he died soon after that. But I still remember.
You don't think that's why, do you?
No,
we didn't have anything to do with that.
He captured his soul. That's what happened.
I remember these two moments specifically, or 3 moments. Mike and I sitting in our hotel room watching the Nintendo, the pre-E3 presser. They had like a presser on that Saturday or that Sunday where all they talked about was Miiverse. Like it was like an hour of Miiverse.
And rightfully so.
And we're like, both of us are like, yeah, okay, all right. It's a message board, get it. And then Ben coming back because he had gone to this Showstoppers event because neither you nor I wanted to go. And Ben comes back. He was our roommate. Ben Way and SideQuesting family. He shows up and we're like, how'd it go? He goes, oh, it was pretty cool. They gave everybody an iPad and he pulls out this iPad. I'm like, what?
I was going to bring that up if you didn't, because I'm so mad about the iPad that I would have thrown away by now.
Yeah, exactly. And then to top it off, we went and played Skylanders and they were giving out special edition Skylanders. So Mike and I both got these special edition Skylanders. And I'm like, I'm going to sell this right when I get home. Mike said, nay. Give it time. The value is going to go up. The value plummeted immediately.
Yeah, but I bet you it went back up.
Nope.
Look at it now. Look at it now. What is it now?
I owe money.
Wait,
somehow.
is it over there? Is there what the price is? You have a ticker that just constantly tracks the price of that.
This is my fucking Mike Bachmann ticker.
Hey, I've made a bunch of money on Toys to Life reselling, so whatever.
Oh goodness, I did not. But all I'm gonna say is, oh look at it, there's a ticker right there. Yeah, good times. And I'll be heading out. I was mentioning I'll be heading out there to LA for the Summer Game Feast here on Saturday, but Friday we'll do our annual drink along. But JJ, what are you playing, my friend? You had something kind of interesting.
Like I first things first, I saw it was only $2 on the Switch, so I had to buy and play through again Call of Juarez Gunslinger.
Oh, that's right. It was like $1.99.
It's like $2. Like yeah, and I was like, I liked that
Can't
game when it came out, so I picked it up to play through again on the Switch, and that game's fucking good still. That game's got a cool story, man.
It's a 360 game that just continues to
FPS, but like that story, playing a game through the eyes of an unreliable narrator cowboy is it's extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
With the wonderful twist at the end that the young boy that you've been telling the story to, White Eisenhower.
Yeah, what? What are you talking about? I don't even know what you're.
Give me a minute to play it.
Well, you never will. It is. You will in like. Let's see, how old is it? You probably got another 5 years. It's
retro, right? 10 years is retro. Is that the typical? Here it is: Call of Juarez, Gunslinger.
Yeah, no, this game's sick, man. I love
Call of Duty Juarez.
Reveal trailer.
It's a reveal trailer from 11 years ago. Look at these graphics.
Yeah, and this is it looking its best. Like the Switch version's remastered.
Yeah, remastered. This is the reveal trailer from 11 years ago. Look at that. Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
This is before Red Dead Redemption.
Wait, if this is supposed to take place in Mexico, why didn't they tint all the footage yellow?
Yeah, right.
That's a good question.
He's an unreliable narrator. He is lying throughout the entire game.
Oh, that's all right. He's gonna kiss that dynamite. It returned to its. Oh, this is Gunslinger. Yeah. There were two Call of Juarez games, right?
Because the Call of Juarez trilogy was originally a modern day sort of like Mexican drug cartel series kind of thing. And the third game was like This is the same people behind. This is Techland. This is Dying Light people.
Oh, beautiful, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
So
Call of Juarez, baby. And then you've also been playing another game.
I still call it Akura because I cannot remember its new name. Isle of the
Sea and Sky.
Sky.
Guys.
Yeah, I played
Ooh,
this at
okay.
PAX West, like
I
right out
will
of
make my own Zelda game.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
like straight out of COVID. This was at one of the PAX Rising games. Fell in love with it. It is a beautiful little Game Boy Color Zelda-esque puzzle adventure game.
oh, you probably have to restart these puzzles a lot.
Oh yeah. And they've streamlined it. There is a button that lets you undo one move at a time, or
Okay.
a button that just
Oh,
resets
nice.
the whole screen. Every screen is its own little puzzle. There's something going on. There's multiple things that you got to collect throughout each one to move forward.
My
And
man's looking
it's got an
good.
overworld.
Mhm.
It's got an overworld that sends you like to different biomes to do different puzzles, and your goal is to collect those stars to let you unlock the next stages.
He's on a
areas.
turtle.
Yeah. The turtle is basically the airship of
Got it.
this. Yeah. And like they're constantly showing you like new ways to solve puzzles. Like you think they've shown you every little like sneaky trick that they could do, and then there's just like something different the next.
Oh, I don't like that. Show me one way and that's it.
Yeah, no, but
No.
because everything is quick, they don't go on for like multiple screens. So it's like you sit there, you look at the screen, you start doing some experimenting. You're like, well, that didn't work. Push the button and reset it all, or reset your last move or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I'm not done with it yet, but I like when they had the demo, it was like 500 puzzles on the demo, so I can't imagine what the full game is like with different worlds.
That's
502.
Yeah.
But
if you just like Game Boy Color games, like this checks every box that you want. It plays really. Look, now you're all of a sudden introducing the mirror puzzle kind of shit where you're
love it.
This is a great. It's been in development for a few years now. It finally came out 1.0, and
please power it up.
Yeah, it's like let's take every puzzle possible from every classic video game and put it in here. I love it.
Every Game Boy Color puzzle creation, whether it be a cubicle puzzle or just like a pressure plate puzzle, put like a Pokemon style push things across a slippery floor, all that good stuff, man. I highly recommend this bad boy. It's great. I will never remember its real name because for years it was called Akura.
Isle of Sea and Sky.
Isle of Sea and Sky.
Isles. Sorry, Isles.
There's multiple. There's multiple Isles.
Out now.
True. It is out now. Yes, it's out now. Yep.
And what are you playing it on?
PC.
Cool.
I am a firm believer. Maybe this is a controversial take, but I feel like if your game has the word "of" in the title, it has a bad title.
Blank of blank.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda.
Yep. Hey, listen, it's a
Super Mario of Brothers.
Legend of the Seven Stars.
It had to start somewhere.
No, I'm not saying the game is bad. Game's great. The title needs work.
Okay.
Call of Duty. Wait, you're right. That is a
bad God of War.
God of
War. Yep.
Spider of Men. Wait.
No. Last of okay, good. Well, you are playing a game that's very classic inspired. I'm actually playing a classic game that's been remade. And I just started it, so I'm like maybe a couple.
Remade video game? Wow.
Never in 2024. Who would remake and republish a video game in 2024 when there's nothing available new for their console? Oh, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door.
That's too many years.
30 FPS.
That's how long it took them to remake it.
It did. The Thousand-Year Dork is what I like to say. No, it's man, this game is so good. And they did a terrific job. Just like I said, just a few hours I've played it, and I'm probably like maybe 4 hours in. Beautiful game. I mean, you really can't F up a Paper Mario game from its aesthetics, because it doesn't take a lot to make a game look like flat paper and then add a little bit of, pizzazz to it. Like there's a paper craft.
I'd say, well, tell that to the fucking origami game that they put
out. Yeah, exactly. But no, it's again, if you played it originally way back in the GameCube days, this is that same game, just with some very minor quality of life improvements and a few less FPS, but from 60 down to 30 because the Switch can't handle old games apparently. But I never played a ton of the original, so this is my first real foray into this game. I probably played more now than I have of the original one, and I'm not noticing any issues because I think you get used to this version very quickly. But yeah, and kudos, it's good. It's
the Paper Mario games are super interesting because it's always weird to watch Nintendo write something. Like they don't ever write anything, and that. So
that's it. And I've been I'm playing others. Oh yeah, Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. I'm still plugging through that, and Doom Eternal. I'm almost done with Doom Eternal. And I'll be on the Switch, baby. The oily, greasy version. It's great.
It can be done.
Yep.
They did it.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
All the versions. You have a Steam Deck, man.
I know, but I have.
Wait a minute.
I should play it on Xbox because I had the Game Pass stuff. But that's all good. I bought this like JJ. I bought this for like next to nothing on an eShop sale, and now I'm like, hey, I got it for $7.
Do you have it on Steam?
No, I have it on Game Pass, but not Steam. And that's it. That's what we've been playing. Unfortunately, Johnny was going to hop in, but he's got an ear inflection, and Zach is Zach, and decided he was too cool for us. He probably had another PowerPoint that he was working on for Wizardry. But no, I think he talked about Wizardry last week. But no, we are going to do our drink-along in a way, I guess, on Friday. Join us for that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be fucking toasted, man, because it's a drink every time they say world premiere.
Actually, oh my god! Didn't he stop saying world premiere? Wasn't that like I'm not going to say? He'll probably still say it.
I played a drinking game one time. I watched Air Force One, and you have to take a drink every time they say the word president.
Oh boy, yes. Holy crap!
There's a scene. There's a scene where he's like,
he
gets on the plane and he's like, where are we going today, fellas? Wherever you want to go, Mr. President. You're the president. And this guy walks up and he's like, Mr. President.
Jeez. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some fun and interesting things there. I'm not sure. Either way, we're gonna get kind of crunk. But on that note,
that's right, Grandpa.
It's not gonna be. It's all bad now.
It's all bad now.
I did like I saw a headline that was Keeley tells people to sort of temper their
expectations.
He does it every year.
He does that every year. As a fan of professional wrestling, that just tells me that he's I have to actually get
calm down. And then on the day of Summer Games Fest, Mofo is going to be like, "Now this is the greatest game I think that I've ever had the pleasure of announcing," and then we'll just fucking beat into
the face.
JJ, not to hijack. How'd you like that Anarchy in the Arena?
We're talking about that.
I love technical high flying, whatever, but I also just love grade A garbage, and that was that was the peak of grade A garbage. Like a man got run over by a bus, a man got a flamethrower,
upside down. They
hung upside down, then
which is awesome.
Then super kicked with tack shoes.
Oh my god,
it
was such a good match.
Yeah,
I love how they hid the jelly that you have to wear when you're going to get set on fire. Hiding it behind getting dunked in the water was brilliant.
And then also smashing a bus through like water barriers and shit. Like so that's why he's covered in goo, man. He's just,
it was great.
All while Final Countdown is blaring over
the best part. That was
the
best part. Yeah,
that cost me $200,000 every time it plays.
We will have to bring back SQW a special. And
I've got my WCW United States Championship right here.
There you go. Beautiful.
Listen, I muted this thread for a reason. It's so that I couldn't.
I'm gonna make you watch that match. It was good.
It was good. It was just stupid fun. It's not a wrestling match. It's literally just it's really a cinematic
story. Considering it had some of the most talented professional wrestlers in the world in it, they just went for total fucking cheese.
Eight of the best wrestlers in the world are in it, and they're living out like a dragon. According to from Like a Dragon.
Yeah, 7 of the greatest professional wrestlers, and Jack Perry is there.
Well, I was just about to say some of the best professional wrestlers and also FTW, but
gents, thank you for hanging out tonight. Thank you for taking time out on your brocation down there. It's always good to check in. Brochachos down there. Brochachos. I look forward to hanging and chatting again. Where can we find you, Mike? Any place you want to plug?
Yeah, a couple of places. You can. Is this live? Do you stream this?
Live, yeah.
Oh my god. You can find me at the Mike Bachmann on X/Twitter. You can also find me doing the Game Crimes stream every Tuesday night. That's at 10 p.m. Central Time. Usually we're playing some sort of like fucked up
45 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing it tonight. Also,
nice.
Special guest Taylor. So we're doing this week we're doing multi-world randomizers.
Love it.
I'm playing Link to the Past. Taylor's playing Rogue Legacy. We got somebody playing my friend June's playing Secret of Evermore, and we can all find each other's items in each other's games. Like I'm playing on real hardware also, which is just another layer of fuckery to this.
Tell us what Game Crimes is. Like, explain Game Crimes to people who aren't following along.
For Dally, who has no idea what Game Crimes.
This is what I've been watching. This is where I've been watching his stuff as Game Crimes.
Game Crimes is a 2-part thing. We do like Game Crimes proper, like podcast episodes, which are few and far between, because a lot of research goes into them. Not by me. My partner on Game Crimes, June, she does most of the legwork and research. She's a librarian and legal expert by trade, so has a lot of research bones. But usually we do a deep dive into like we did one into like Saudi Arabia and their involvement in SNK recently. That was
nice.
But we also do a weekly stream where we just, if some weird ROM hack comes out or something like something interesting that we want to play, that's where we do it. And that's again every Tuesday night, 10 p.m. Central Time.
That's why we're gonna play the Atari 2600 Tarzan ROM dump.
Ooh. That'd be pretty bad. That's right. That's the one that was just we were just talking about that.
Lost media found, baby.
God, was it? They bought it off of a guy who used to work for Coleco, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's getting added to the list for sure. We'll play that.
Yeah,
it actually doesn't look bad either.
It doesn't sound
I haven't
bad
played it yet, but I have it ready to go.
It's largely the same as the ColecoVision version of Tarzan, but there was a long planned Atari 2600 version of Tarzan, and everybody just assumed that it was gone. And then a manual turned up, and they were like, "Holy shit! Did this game actually exist?" And then somebody just kept hounding everybody that used to work at ColecoVision. Was like, "Oh yeah, I guess I do have one of the old hardwares." And then they had
two. One of them didn't work. One of them did. So.
There was I think I was listening to an episode of Giant Bomb one time that Ben Pack was on, and he was talking about people who used to work at studios leaving stuff in leaving boxes of old software in the ceiling of their old offices. And Ben was like,
"Oh my goodness,
I call that an upper decker."
Oh, dude.
Listen, just a little tease here, but June is a very important month for the Nintendo 64 because Quest 64 came out.
Yes.
Zach and I are working on something for this.
You guys cooking something up?
Yeah, with a special guest. It'll be very interesting.
Okay.
So keep an eye out sometime in June. We're hammering out the little details on it now, but it's exciting.
Well, that's this month.
Yes.
This is June.
Yeah.
All right.
I forward to the next 26 days.
I'm gonna end this. Right now. By the way, again, sidequesting.com, sidequesting TV on YouTube and Twitch. Hop into the Discord, do all that fun stuff. Join us down there. We are starting our Patreon here probably this week. Because Bills is stacking up to run this bad boy. I've been saying that for a few weeks now, starting the Patreon. But let me just say one last thing. I was gonna laugh and say Spyro Skylander value went down. Wait a minute, what's this? The value has gone up. It has doubled in the last 2
Wait,
months. To
wait, is that over $200? And you did sell yours?
It is the highest it's ever been.
Wait, do you still have your Sally?
Yeah, I still do.
Not for long.
I checked. The last time I checked was in 2002 when it was $37. I'm like, this is junk, and now it's $246.
People are hungry for Skylanders.
Why do you think I have a bin of unopened amiibos?
Dude, you have one bin?
Yeah.
I have 7 bins of unopened amiibos. And then they resold them all.
Yeah, they keep re-releasing weird ones. I saw Rob the other day on show.
Always going to be worth more.
Yeah.
I got the original ones. Yeah. But all right, gents, that is it. We'll see you on the next episode of the SideQuest. We'll see you this Friday on the Summer Game Quest. I like the Summer Game Quest.
Let's go.
The drink along.
That's
Goodbye, everybody. Peace. Toodles.
Bye.